Alright, so here it is. The definitive DW2 fighter tier list. We get 38 fighters here who've been selected based on how many fights they've had. Some people might not make the list if they just haven't had enough fights yet, and they will probably make the list at a later stage if and when I update it. So if you didn't make the list, it's not a slight on you personally. It's just that there's not enough for me to judge it on, because we're basing this on resume, who you've beat, no aura or nostalgia bias or all that crap. Okay, it's based on who you've beat and the fights you've been in. So let's get started. It's going to be based on the HCL records and the PL records. So yeah, let's start. Let's see. Let's do NLG first. All right. Let's see. So NLG, he has. Let's get him up on NLG. There we go. So NLG, he has a number 10 ranking in the PL EU. Let's see who he's beat. He's 5 and 6. He's got a losing record, but let's see who he's beat first. So he's beat Spooky Bane, and that's pretty much the barrier of entry to PL. Spooky Bane. They give him all the up and comers. If you can get past Spooky Bane, you've got your PL ready. He's beat Kivo. Oh, so yeah. So okay, him and Kivo fought twice then. So he beat Kivo. Obviously probably a noobier version of Kivo then. He's beat Nokia in a close one. He's beat Oleg, which Oleg's kind of like a higher level gatekeeper. But that's a good win. He lost to Henley. But Henley's a good player, so that's okay. He had a close one with Nemo, which is impressive because Nemo's a good player. He'll be in a high tier. I mean, me Seeks just didn't even need to be in there with him. And he lost to Shushki in a pretty close fight. Shushki's a former champion, so that's a good loss from where I'm sitting. And then he lost a very close one to Kivo. So let's see. And he's got his HCL record. He's beat Chab 3-2. That's a good win. Lost 2-3 to Benito. That's not disgraceful at all. He's beat Arima, and he's actually has a win over two wins over Arima, and he's also beat Nemo in HCL. He's lost to Pew. I would say, do we put him in B tier? I think for now we'll put him in C tier. If I decide I want to move him up, we still can. Yeah, I think C tier is good. Also, we're going to be organising each individual tier from left to right, so someone may be above another person in the same tier. And obviously we'll go off a resume first and foremost, but we'll be using other things to see who's better than another person in the same tier. Yeah, and also my personal opinion of who I think would beat who, but we're not going to try and get into that too much because it's subjective. Okay, so let's see. Let's do Kivo next. That's a good follow on. So Kivo has, let's see, he's 3 and 4 in PL, so he's kind of similar to NLG and where he's sitting right now. Yeah, so that lost to NLG and I lost to Henley. He beat Nokia, which is it's a decent win. It's an okay win. He obviously lost pretty badly to Pew, but I'm not going to hold that against him because it's Pew. He beat Oleg pretty convincingly. He beat he beat NLG, which is a decent win. And he lost kind of badly to Austin. So let's see his HCL. If he's ranked here. Here we go. Okay, I got a 4-fight skid in an HCL. Listen, Kivo, you're my boy and all, but you might have to go into the D tier for now, man. Until you get a couple more PL wins under your belt, we'll get you up to C. But right now, you're in You're in D. Even though you've beat NLG, he's also got a win over you. And he's got other wins that sort of bring him up. So I think for now, Kivo's a D tier. Let's see next. Arima. Let's do Arima next. Arima. He is also in... Yeah, he's ranked here as well. Okay, so he's only had 3 PL fights. He beat Cheers. He's kind of one of those other testy guys. He's a good little close fight with Nemo in PL. But that would have been Wee Warrior. Okay, so that was a good while ago. But that's still a good loss. He went tit for tat with Nemo. And he lost to Araka. Araka was a decent player when he was still playing. Let's see his HCL. That's where the majority of his fights are going to be. So, okay, he's got a losing record in HCL. He's 2-6. I mean, let's see. Nemo, he's lost 2-3. He beats his own pretty convincingly. Lost a jab in a close one. Beats his own again. His own is just panning his record. And then he has 2 losses to NLG. Right now, I think he is D tier. Maybe, let me see. He could be behind or above Kivo. It really depends what way you look at it, because also Kivo has more PL fights. Yeah, and he's beat NLG. I'm going to put him, right now, I'm going to put him behind Kivo. That's my personal opinion. Alright, next up we've got, let's see. Let's do Nemo next. So Nemo is the number 2 contender in PL. And he's built quite a nice win streak recently. He's beat Cheers, lost away back in the day. That was, yeah, a year ago. Lost a jab, beat Awick, not really sure who that is to be honest. Beat Arima as we just discussed. Lost a jab. He's 2 lost a jab. He's beat Nokia. He's beat Praise. That's a good win. That's a great win. Zavisi's also beat. NLG's beat. He's beat Austin, which is a great win. And he's beat Flash. Listen, just from looking at that, and then we'll go into his HCL record. Just why not? Beat Arima, beat Nokia. Lost to Benito. Beat Nokia again. Lost to Pew. He's on Nokia, NLG. Listen, I think Nemo for me, he might be A tier. He could be A tier. I think for now we'll put him in a strong B tier. But he could very well move up to A, depending on. He might be A though. We'll see. We'll put him in A. For now, he's an A tier. Jab. We could do Jab next. It's Jab. Let's see. Jab 7-1. He's beat Spooky Bane. He's beat Nemo. He's lost to Ghosters in a close one. He beat Nemo pretty badly there. Yeah, beat Oleg, and that's one of the bigger gaps in PL. He's beat Ghosters in a rematch. Him and Jadel fought as well. That's a good win. And he's beat Schnookums, which is a great win, of course. So for me, Jab is in. Let me see his HCL first. Yeah, he's beat Kivo, he's beat Arima, Kimoz, and Nokia. For me, Jab's an A tier. Could he be above? He's beat Nemo twice, so surely that would put him above Nemo, based on the fact that they've kind of got similar sort of resumes. So I'm going to put him above Nemo. So that's where Jab is, in my opinion. Let's see. Let's do some American guys. We've got Kimura. Right, let's see Kimura. Here he is, 2-1. He's only had a couple PL fights. He lost his A. Damn. He lost his A in a pretty lopsided fashion. He has 2 wins over Perp, which are decent wins. Let's see his HCL resume. So he's got Gleam on there, 3-1. He lost to Drunken Master. He beat Motley. That's a good win. And he lost to Drunken Master again. So honestly, Kimura's C tier. I think he's C tier. Behind NLG maybe. Yeah, I think so. Kimura's C tier. Yeah. Let's just trying to not get him and Jamala mixed up. I'm with my blind. There we go. Yeah, Kimura C tier. Behind NLG. Right. Prop. Prop. Oh boy. Prop has beat Senna and Senior Chief, and he's... listen. Prop C tier. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Prop is E tier. And that's what you expect from someone who's on a shitty tablet with terrible ping. Prop is unfortunately E tier. Yeah. Sorry to burst your bubble, boy, but you're E tier until you get on PC or get a better droid. You're E tier. Let's see. Oh, there's Gandhi. Let's do Gandhi next. Hasn't been playing recently, but definitely still an OG in the game. Let's see. He's gonna Gandhi. Right, here we go. So Gandhi's 7-5. Let's see his wins. He's beat Spooky Bane. Lost to Sedanahoy back in the day. This guy's like been around since the start. Beat Mal. Lost to Shudel. Beat Samurai. Beat Koa. Made him forfeit. Beat Oleg. Lost to Austin. And Fess. Bad fashion. But then he went on a little tournament run. He beat Shudel. And he beat Faded in a close one. He also lost to Balo by a 1,000-point delta. Gandhi, based on his wins, let me see. He might be low C tier. Honestly, he might be low C tier. I don't know. Yeah, he's low C tier, I think. Maybe above Arima? He could be. Just based on, like, he's a good player, but he hasn't fought a lot of PL fights. And relating to how long he's been playing, so I think we'll put him behind Kimura for now. I think that's where Gandhi is. Right, let's see. Let's do Laurie next. Let's do Big Ape shit Laurie. Let's see where Big Laurie stands. All right. Where is Laurie? All right, there's Laurie. So Laurie's a lot of fights. Damn, 11-6. He beat Hydro. Beat Krabs. He lost to NM. Not in a bad fashion or anything. Lost to Hank in a close one. Beat Kaweb. Lost to Big Red. PL1. I guess is how long ago we're talking here. Beat XKP. And from what I've been told, he knocked him out with an overhand at the last second, which is pretty cool. He beat Krabs. Lost to Burrito. Beat Hydro again. Lost to Slide. Beat BDK and beat Cheeky. Those are 2 good wins there. He lost to Slide in a close one. He beat Cheeky again in a Very close fight there. He beat Krabs again and he beat BDK. So I'm inclined right now to put Larry. I think he's A tier, personally. Because he's got those good wins over Cheeky and BDK. I think right now Larry's A tier. Let's do BDK next. Old crafty BDK. The old McCraftsman. Let's see BDK's record. So he's 8-7. He's beat Dubious, Wasted Taint. I have no idea who that is, I'll be honest. He lost to Krabs. Beat Paku, beat Motley. Motley, that's a good win. Lost to Krabs again. Beat Muay Thai guy. Muay Thai guy was a decent player. Yeah, I remember fighting him. He was decent. Lost to NM in a close fight. Lost to Larry in a close one. Cheeky got him there. He beat the baby. Lost to Slide. Beat Hydro. Lost to Larry again. And beat Krabs. But he's also the current HCL champion. So let's see BDK. He's lost to Motley in HCL, lost to Pank. He beat Gleam, he beat Jones, and he beat Krabs to take the HCL belt. He's got some good close losses. His wins in PL could be a bit stronger, but I think he's B tier. I think at his best he beats the people below. Maybe not. This is where it gets difficult. Based on his resume, Krabs, Hydro, really making me think here. He's a win over Motley, which is good. I think he's B tier. Personally, I think he's B tier. We'll put him in B tier for now. We got Michu. Let's do Michu next. The former SA champion. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's here already. So he's beat El Master 3 times, those are good wins. Close one there. Dominated him there. Beat Helicopter twice. And I'd be lying if I said any of these other people. But he's also fought recently in a gauntlet in HCL. So let's have a look at that there first. Before we rank him. He beat Salt. Yep. Beat Joey AZ3, 3-2, 3-0 that guy. Beat Redman, 3-2. I've seen Redman about. He beat Nexagorn, that's a decent win. Lost to a Massive or no Master in close fights. But this is also him coming back after not playing the game for like over a year. So I'm inclined to put Michu right now. Probably low seed. Also champion. But for me right now, I think he needs to be here. I think he's C tier right now. Until he gets maybe a couple more wins, I think he's C tier. Yeah, I think he's C tier. Let's see next. Who should we do next? Shadell. Let's do Shadell next. So Shadell he's been around for forever. He's 22 fights. That's just one less than me. This guy's been fighting for ages. Lost to Hawk, beat Stivka, beat African Magician, beat Y. Who's this? Okay, let's be honest, I don't know who that is. Beat Flash, decent win. Lost to Hawk again in a closer fashion, but he's still. That's a really high scoring fight. These guys must have been swinging. Lost to Gaylor, lost to Gandhi, lost to Quad. Sorry, I misspoke. He beat all these people. Beat Anal Fister. Oh God, what a horrendous name. Lost to Shushki in a tit for tat war. I mean, there's nothing in that fight when it's that high scoring. Like, that's literally like, what, 150 points or something. Lost to Hawk again. Beat Oleg. Lost to Schnookums. Happens. Beats Avice. Then he won 3 fights. He lost to Schnook again. He lost to Gandhi in a pretty close fight. Lost to Jab. He beat Flash. That was a decent win. He beat Cezanne. I remember Cezanne very... he was very annoyed about that. He said Giselle was lagging everywhere. And he lost to Praise in Austin. I think he's C tier right now. Maybe above the likes of... I think he's above NLG, right? Could be below. Do you know, we'll put him there because there's a lot of fights. NLG needs to do a little bit more for me to get him just above Jadel. I think Jadel's the top of the C tier for me right now. Let's do a Macedor next. So Macedor hasn't fought in PL, but he's fought in HCL and he's fought plenty in it. Yeah, beat Criftor, he's beat Salt, he's beat Elmaster, he's beat Pragusha, the current champ. He beat Elmaster, he beat Pragusha. Then he lost to Pragusha, close one. Beat Michu, lost to Pragusha again. Beat Nexagorn, and he lost to Elmaster. So for me, those are better wins than what Michu has, honestly. But then he's got his PL ones. I haven't factored in. He beat Elmaster 3 times Helicopter. Then he also has a win over Michu. I'm going to put him a Macedor right now. I think he's above Michu. Just based on what he's done, I think he's above Michu in that ranking. Motley, let's see Motley. Actually, do you know what? No, we'll not do him yet. We don't want to rank all of our NA guys too quickly. We'll do Austin next. Let's do Austin next. Austin has a bunch of fights as well. He's got 20 fights. He's beat Gaylor. Probably a primitive version of Gaylor. Tadpole Gaylor. Beat Hell King. He beat Connor. He beat Zavis. Lost to Shushki. Beat Enelfister. Beat Balo. Close fight there. Lost to Gaylor. Beat Gandhi. Lost to Hawk. Lost to Balo. Good fights at Balo, so he did. He beat Oleg. Lost to Schnook. Lost to me in a very close fight. He lost to Nemo. He beat Senior Chief. He beat Citadel. He beat Kiva. That's a good little rack up there. And he, considering he's only just come back, I think he did pretty well here, honestly. I think Austin, for me right now, he might be B tier. I think Austin's B tier. I think he's B tier. Let's put Austin in B tier. Alright, let's do Craigley next. Let's do old Craig. So he actually has a win over, if I can find, this might be in the open rankings. If he's been put in, he should have been. Yeah, Drunken Apprentice, that's what he's under. So he beat Roscoe. Oh my god. He actually beat Roscoe. How did Roscoe lose to a fucking droid? Unbelievable work. From what I remember, he just head kicked him to death. But let's look at his HCL. That's where he's got most of his fights. He beat Crinkley. He beat Canasto. Sorry, he beat Crinkle. Beat Canasto. He lost to Krabs in a close one, then he lost to him again. I think he's D tier right now. Until he does a bit more, he's D tier. He's not prop tier because he would destroy prop. He's D tier. Alright. Let's see. Who will we do next? Let's do Slide. Let's do Slide. Let's do Slide. So he's fought. I know for a fact he's fought BDK. We're going to have to scroll through to get to these guys. There we are, Motley. So I don't think him and Slide have fought. But they have. There we go. Here's Slide. Slide's got good wins. He's got Cheeky there. Paku, Larry, Cheeky again. Great wins. Lost to Motley. Interesting. Lost to Hydro. Lost to Hank. Beat Larry and beat BDK. And then he lost to Cheeky, but like he lost pretty bad to Cheeky. Slide was washed here, to be honest. But Cheeky was also playing very good at this point. I think he's B tier. I think Slide's B tier. For sure. Maybe just behind Austin. Or BDK too high? Nah, BDK's not too high, I don't think. Yeah. I think he's B tier. Yeah, for sure. Next up, we've got Flash. We'll do Flash next. So Flash has fought. He's 8-7. Beat Just Frost. He beat African Magician. He beat Anus. Or sorry, he lost to Anus. Beat Shushki. Lost to Shadell. Beat Shears, beat Sedanahoy, beat Mal. Good decent wins. Lost to Schnookums. And he lost to Shadell, that was more recently. Beat Senior Chief. He lost to Nemo pretty convincingly. Beat Shazan. And he lost to me. So where do I want to put him? I think I'm going to put him at probably C tier, I would say. Maybe just I guess behind. Let's see his wins. Those are decent wins, I suppose. I think he's behind maybe he's behind Gandhi. Yeah, we'll put him there. Put him behind Gandhi for now. Maybe actually, do you know what? We'll put him behind. We'll put him behind Michu for now. Beat Shushki though. Well, I think there's a gap in skill between SA and EU, so I'm actually going to put him here. And you guys can say I'm tripping, but I actually think he might be here. Yeah. Alright, next up we got Nokia. Let's do Nokia next. Do Nokia. Big Nuke. Remember guys, my opinions are law here, right? No. Fully law. Not debatable. Yep, these are the undisputable opinions. So okay, yeah, listen. He's lost to Nemo, he's lost to NLG, he lost to Kivo, he beat Black Gangsta and he forfeited with like 6 minutes left. Let's see his HCL. Alright, so he is 3-3. Beat Kivo, lost to Nemo, close one. Beat NLG and lost to Nemo and Jab in close fights, and then he actually beat Nemo. So he's done a bit better in HCL for himself. I would say he's low D tier, maybe above Crinkley. I would say that's probably fair to him. Yeah, I would say so. I would definitely say so. Yeah. Let's do Motley next. Let's do Motley. Motley's got 16 fights, beat Fascal, lost to Red, lost to Krabs. He's beat Paku, lost to BDK, and they were on a little run here. He beat Rista, XKP, Walrus, Hank, beat Slide. That's a great win. That's an A tier win. Or sorry, is that a B tier win? Lost to NM pretty convincingly. Beat Hydra, beat Krabs, he beat Shiki in a close one. That was a good win. There is an asterisk on that fight though, which is pretty confirmed there. It was a close fight, but there was a lot of talk about how Motley used the drag tech from free cam to sort of get crits and stuff off, and the difference that made actually got him the fight. So that was the asterisk there. There was a whole debate about that at the time. Then he rematched to NM. He did a lot better, but he still lost. And then he lost to Cheeky. For me, even though he's got a win over Slide, I think he's behind Slide, but he has still B tier for me. Does he have a win in? I think he might have fought in. He hasn't fought in this iteration, has he? He has. He beat BD Ken. He beat Sleek, and then he lost to Master and Kaimura. Yeah, he's definitely B tier. Yeah, B tier, but behind Slide for myself. Let's just rank me while we're here. Let's do it. Let's go. We already know where I am. I'm one of the goats. Come on now. Come on. Let's look at my record. So I have, I've got 23 fights. So let's see. I beat Spooky Bane, the barrier to entry. Beat Avis in our heavily contested grudge match. Highly contested. Bigfoot, beat him. Beat Namesnick, beat Oleg, beat Austin. In a bit of a war, actually. That was a good fight. Beat Schnookums, which was a great win for where I was. A tit for tat with Schnookums. Lost to Hawk, my first crack at the belt. Pretty badly, let's be honest. Beat Balo. Was literally getting pieced up for like 13 minutes, and I just managed to snatch that one from the jaws of defeat. Web I beat Riku barely. With shocking performance, barely beat Riku. Beat Schnookums a bit more convincingly the first time. Good win there. Beat Hawk with that last 10-second step hook. Great fight. Beat Balo when Balo was at the peak of his powers. He just come off a win, I think, with Hawk. Balo was really good here. And then I beat Hawk in the trilogy fight by a bigger margin. Beat Oleg. It's the tournament now we're on to. A little tournament run here. Lost to Pew pretty convincingly. Like, this is a pretty low output fight. That's a convincing way to lose to Pew in that kind of fight. Beat Riku, sort of right at the wrong of that first fight. Nearly got a 3k there. Beat Flash, beat Shushki. Good win. Beat Austin, that's a good win. And beat Praise, that's a good win. Lost to Pew again. Much better performance, obviously, for me from the first time. I think there's like 300 points in that or something. So that we'll say it's a good loss. And then we're just really gonna cement that why I think obviously I'm a GOAT. I've got the most fights in PL history. I think got the win streak record of 7. Still have that. I've got the most fight in the nights. Although that is just showing that I have a lot closer fights, because obviously they haven't been decided yet for the tournament. But you would say I probably have less because I won my fights more convincingly. I've got 2 title defenses. I also beat NM in the inter-regional. So yeah, I definitely think I'm in the GOAT category. I don't think too many people would argue with that. So let's see who we've got next. let's do Gaylor next. Good old Gaylor, the sparring champion. And I call him the sparring champion for the simple reason of, if we actually look at his record, we look at Gaylor's record. Who's he beat? Who's he beat? Well, he's beat this guy, lost to Shushki, lost to Austin, beat this guy, lost to Shadell, then he beat Savis, he beat Quad, and he beat Austin. When he actually started getting good at the game, he just quit. He just quit because he said some outrageous stuff. I'll not get into that, it's a tier list. He was meant to fight Hawk, he had a title shot lined up, he didn't show up because, I don't know, he just didn't show up. He claims to have beat Schnookums and Hawk a lot in sparring, but that's not going to get counted here because this is based on solely resume. So his big thing that he clings to is an exhibition, which I'm not going to go and try and find, with NM where he says he won the world belt. I think he won by about 1,500. I want to say. He won pretty well, but wait, look who's on his resume. He's beat Austin. Well, that's a decent win. He beat Quad. Okay. If we're going on resume, Keeler's beat nobody. Keeler is a low C tier fighter. Who's he beat? He's not beat anybody. This guy's the sparring champion, probably the biggest waste of potential in DW2 history, because he decided to be a cretin rather than an actual competitor. So from his own arrogance and ego, he is actually a C tier fighter because he's not fought anyone. And there's him airborne there from a spar with me, so I know he might be watching this video. He's a big fanboy, so he is. So Keeler is a C tier fighter. Next we have, let's do Drunken Master. I don't think he's fought in PL. Let's double check that. Yeah, he hasn't fought in PL. He has fought in HCL though. And I wonder it's going to be. Is he going to be under Master or Drunken Master? Let's see. Yeah, he'll be under Drunken Master. Okay. There we are. Drunken Master. So he's beat Expert. He's beat Kimura. Good win. Beat Motley. That's a really good win. 3-1 Motley. Lost to Krabs 3-5. And he beat Kimura 3-1. So for me, Master is a. I think he's C tier. And he might be above Kimura in that C tier. Although he hasn't. Yeah. I think that's fair for where he's at right now. He'll be behind Kimura. Or sorry, above Kimura. Yeah. That's where we're going to put him. We'll put him there. I think that's fair enough. Next up we have. Let's do Schnookums. Let's do good old Schnookums. Good old crafty vet, turtle Schnookums. Let's see what Schnookums has said. So let's see his record. So he's got quite a long record now. He's had a lot of losses as of recent, but he doesn't take the game as serious. We'll take that. We're still going to obviously consider that he has losses. But let's see. He beat Oli. He beat Riku. Beat Shears. He beat Balo. Destroyed Balo. At that stage in the game. Beat Shadell, beat Hawk, that's a good win streak. That's a great way to win the belt, 700 points. That was before people knew what was up with his playstyle. They kind of kept him on ice though till he fought Hawk again. And he lost pretty badly. I'm surprised. I'm wondering how much Schnookums was in this fight for him to lose by 3k. I've never seen Schnook lose by 3. I guess he lost to Pew by that amount when he was washed and Pew was actually free camming on Schnookums there to the point where they had to change the rules because he was utilising free cam to deal damage after a point. But to be fair, he was coasting already at this stage in the fight, so it didn't really matter. He beat Austin. It's a decent win. Lost to me, 400 points. Not a bad way to lose. It was me up and coming though. Beat Balo. That's a good win. He beat Flash. That's a decent win. He beat Pew by like 200 points. That's a good win. Obviously, we've seen what Pew's on to do. He beat Shadell. Lost to me. Beat Pew even worse. Somehow. Don't know what Pew was doing that day. Actually lost to Balo. This is tournament Balo. This is what I was saying. Balo was at his, I would say, his prime here. Lost to Fetus fairly badly. They lost to Pew, yeah, nearly 3k. And they lost to Jab. So these kind of little streak of losses for me have sort of stained his legacy a little bit, but not too much. He's still a former champion. He still beat a lot of good people. I think, for me, Schnookums is an A tier fighter. And I would put him above Jab, do you? He's a former champion, so I think he does have to be above these two, for sure. He did beat Hawk. So I think Schnookums at the top of the A tier. Let's do Fess next. Let's do Fess. Let's see, where's his ranking? He'll be underneath Pew's. There we go, there's Fess. Right, so Fess. Fess is beat 13 bot. He's only 7-2. He doesn't have as many fights as some other people. He's beat 13 bot. He's beat Spooky Bane, beat Oleg, destroyed Gandhi, lost to Hawk during the tournament there last year. Well, 2 years ago technically now, 2023 summer. Lost to Pew in their first meeting. Beat Schnookham's pretty good. And then he has 2 wins over Pew. Those are really good wins, because we see what Pew's not on to do. I just don't think he just doesn't have. He's definitely S tier, but I don't think he just quite scrapes into the GOAT tier. If he had fought on, he also was a double champion, but that was back when the HCL didn't have like divisional splits. So I think he beat BDK, and then I think he beat Hawk. He did beat me in HCL pretty bad. I think it was like 3-0 or something. I do value PL a little bit over HCL, and when we're like separating these top fighters like between S and GOAT, like there's got to be something we use to like separate them. So it needs to be a bit of nuance. I think he's a high S tier. Well, there's not going to be many people in S tier. He's a S tier for sure. I don't think he has quite the amount of fights. If he had fought like 2 more times, obviously I know he's got a job, but if he had fought like twice more, beat a couple more people, he would definitely like be up here. But for me, he just doesn't have enough fights, just to quite get him into that GOAT category just yet. So I think he's S tier, but for sure one of the best fighters. NM. Let's do NM. In fact, no, let's not jump around here. Let's tease you guys with the top tier rankings. Let's do Crabs. Let's do Crabs next. Let's see here. Crabs, if we can find him. So Crabs in the PL has quite a lot of fights. 9-9. Beat Allosaur, lost to Larry, lost to Hydro, beat Paku, lost to Burrito, beat Motley and BDK. Those are great wins. But this is back during obviously the earlier days of PL. Lost to Larry again, beat BDK, beat Moose, lost to Hydro, lost to Motley, beat Baby, lost to Cheeky, beat Dante. That's a good win. That was a great fight watching live. Really a barn burner there. He beat Soul. Is that Soul of Mayhem or is that? Yeah, it is. There we go. Very good. He beat Soul. They lost to Larry and BDK. From where I want to put him in, if we're looking at who's here, just based on his resume, let's say I think Crabs is probably either high C or low B, I would say. I think he's high C, personally. He obviously was a champ in HCL. Let's have a look at that before we do anything else, actually. Beat Panky, beat Crinkley, beat Master. Yeah, those are decent wins. But I just feel like these guys will get him, for sure. I think he's a high C. He's a high C for me right now. Let's put him there. Quite a lot of people falling into the C tier. In fact, let me look at Gailers again. So I don't want to harp on this too much. Like, he has got an Austin win there, and Austin's his only good win. And then he has an exhibition with NM. Then he's in the same tier as people like NLG. Let me see who NLG's beat. He's beat Cuban Nokia, Spooky Bane. Yeah, no, he definitely is C tier. And if we're being honest, we'll have to move him up, I think, in the C tier. Probably like here, honestly. But then he's only got 1 win over anybody that's like relevant. That's so crazy. This guy's literally disparring. We're just gonna leave him there, man. He's fought nobody. Yeah, fuck Gaylor. Let's do praise next. Let's do praise. Let's do big praise. Another verse member. Beat NLG, it's a good win. That was his debut. Lost to Nemo in a close one. Beat Shadell, beat Shush, gets a good win. Lost to Pew. It's not a bad way to lose to Pew. Lost to me, kind of bad. But I would say that's like the Shushki one's good, I think. The Shadell one's decent. Get a decent NLG win in there as well. NLG, I think, had a lot more hours on him in that stage. Praise for me. Let me see these guys. I'd be inclined to put him low B. I would be inclined to put Praise low B. Yeah, I think so. I think he's low B, yeah. Let's put Praise at the low B tier. Let's do Jamala next. Let's do Jamala. Big Jamala. Big Jamala. Don't want to miss him here. There we are. Jamala. He's a 3-fight losing streak. Lost to beat Prop, actually. Beat Prop 3-1. So that would put Jamala above Prop in the E tier. Okay? Personally. I think that's where he lies. That is where he lies. Shit, let's do Bailu next. Let's do Bailu. So Balloon Ears, 11 and 10. Got a lot of losses, but he's got a lot of wins. He's got a lot of fights overall. Beat Lawi, beat Oatley, beat Namesnick. Lost to Quad, beat Sedanahoy. There's Toxic Yugi in there. Lost to Shook, was pretty bad. He beat Marku. Lost to Austin in the close one. Beat Soul Reaper, made him forfeit with like 11 minutes left. Beat Austin, lost to Hawk, lost to Snookums, lost to me. Then he beat Shushki, lost to Hawk again. But then he beat Gandhi, beat Snookums, and beat Hawk. Then he lost to me in a tit for tat battle. And then he lost to Hawk in a close one. For me, despite the losses, Bailu is an A tier fighter. Probably just behind Snookums, honestly. He's right up there, man, for sure. Let's do Perp next, from the fighting out at NA. He doesn't have that many fights. Let's see. Lost to Kaimura in a close fight. Beat Typhoon. He lost to Kaimura again in another close fight. And then he beat this guy Jack Bro, who he stepped in for. I think he's in another couple of HCL fights, but not in the new HCL. And I think his record was like kind of 50-50 there or something. I would say right now he's like, yeah, he's in D tier. He's in D tier. Probably above Crinkly, right? Yeah, I would say, yeah. He's above Crinkly in the D tier. For sure. Master, let's do a Master. There we go. So he's lost to Michu, lost to Helicopter. Yeah, okay, so his his PL resume isn't really that spectacular. I believe he's done better in HCL. He's got quite a lot of fights in HCL. 3-2 Nexagorn, lost to Amassador in a close one. Pergushi lost 2, then he went on a 3 fights win streak with Pergushi in there, that's a good win. Lost to Amassador and Pergushi. Then he beat Redman, Michu and Amassador. So like SA is kinda like a round robin, everyone kinda like beats each other at some point. I would say he's definitely C tier. C tier above Michu because he's more fights than Michu. But then also now he can't be because he's lost to him like 3 times in PL. So I would say he's there, man. He's there in the C tier. For sure. Yeah, I would say so. Let's see. Benito, let's do Big Benito. So he's obviously not in PL, he can't compete because of his ping. But he can compete in HCL. And he's got... That can't be right, has that been updated? Oh wait, was the records wiped? He beat more people than that in HCL, didn't he? He was the former champ, right? Where the hell is Benito's old fights? EU Tournament 2, lost 2. They just haven't updated him yet, maybe. There's probably his record in the Discord. I'll just probably cut the video here and I'm going to go find it. Right, so Benito was 10-2 in HCL. I can't actually find his other fights. So you guys are just going to have to trust me when I say Benito losing to Pew twice. Benito might be A tier, man. He's beat everyone else but Pew. He might be A tier. Despite his ping, people are going to like that. I'm wondering where to put him in the A tier. I'll probably put him above Larry but below these other guys just because he hasn't getting the PL cage yet. Because I know he does a little worse in PL than HCL. Because obviously, you know, you can't really just run in PL. You have to still have perfect crits. He does have enough going on for him in HCL though. I think he's low A tier for sure. He's up there. Alright, let's do Pew. I don't think we really need to discuss this. He's a current double champ. He beat me twice. Fine, let's look at his record. He's a goat though, but let's look at his record. He's done a lot in very short space of time. Beat Roscoe, he beat over. Beat Houston Jones, lost to Schnookums, beat Savis, beat Fest, that's a good win. Beat Webb. Lost to Schnookums, worse. Him and Hawk had a barn burner. He was losing by like 1,000 points and he got it within this amount in like the last few minutes of the fight. It was crazy, or like the last couple minutes. It was crazy. Hawk nearly lost that fight. Lost to Fetus, beat Shoshki, beat Schnookums. There's 2 good wins there. Lost to Fetus, beat Kivo, beat me. Then he beat Praise and he beat me again. Plus he's beat all these different people in HCL. Lost to iZone, Forbes, a close one. Beat Praise, beat Forbes, beat Nemo, beat Jab, beat Benito, and then he beat NLG. And then he's also beat Benito again. And whoever how many other fights that haven't been recorded yet. Pew's a GOAT. He's a current double champ. He's in the GOAT category. Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's got 2 wins over another GOAT, and he's done a lot in HCL. So despite his sort of early losses in PL, that extra accolade definitely gets him up to GOAT, for sure. Plus his wins over me, and he's got also like A tier wins like Schnookums in there. Pew's a GOAT. I'm gonna put him behind me, but when he gets like say 2 or 3 more wins, he's probably gonna surpass me. Let's be honest, for sure. I mean, like he's nearly caught up to me in PL fights. He's still got a few more to go, but if he gets like a few more, like 3 or 4 more fights, he'll be taking over me there for sure. My opinion. Let's do NM now. Let's do NM. Big NM. NM's 10-0. They kept him on ice for too long though after that Motley rematch. I really wish he could have fought more. So I'm going to actually include his inter-regionals and I'm thinking about this. He beat Big Red, he beat Larry, he beat Walrus, beat Hank twice. He beat BDK, it's a good win. Beat Hydro, he beat Motley, beat Burrito, and then he beat Motley again. Then he also, I think he's 2-2 with Hawk in inter-regionals. I think he won the first 2, Hawk got the next 2. Then he lost to me by like 1.2k or something in our inter-regional. I think he's S. Personally, I think he's S. And he's behind Fez in the S, but he's still S. For sure. I think he's S. Cheeky? Let's do Cheeky. As you can see, I'm going in no particular order here. Let's see. Get him. Yeah, we'll get Cheeky in here. BDK, there we go. So Cheeky has some good wins under his belt. He's 9-5. Lost to Slide, beat Rooster, Tail, Coeb, lost to Slide, lost to Larry in a close fight, beat Moose, beat BDK, beat Krabs, lost to Motley in a close fight, as I already explained. There's like an asterisk over that fight. Lost to Larry in another close one. Beat Zay, it's a decent win. I need to maybe actually include Zay here. We'll do that in a sec. Slide. Beat Slide pretty badly. And then he beat Motley, so he's got his revenge there. For me, Cheeky's an A tier. Cheeky's an A tier fighter. Do I want to put him... Maybe he's above BDK. He's maybe above BDK in the B tier? It's a hard one to think about. He's got good wins over Motley. Yeah, I'm going to put him there. High B tier. I think that's where Cheeky lies, personally. I'm trying to see, can I add additional images? We'll just we'll pencil in Zay here at the end. Does they have any fight? Many fights does they actually have? I'm sure. Well, we don't have an image for Zay. Okay, so sorry Zay, I know you don't really play much now. I'll probably just include him in the next one, honestly. Whenever I think he's fighting in the NA tournament, I'll get an image off him there at some stage, and we'll include him there. Let's do Riku. Number 9 ranking. He's got quite a few losses. He's 3 and 6. He's lost to Skoa, he's lost to Schnookums, he's beat Oleg in the claws. He lost to Mains of the East. Lost to Shushki pretty convincingly. Beat Meeseeks and he beat WeeWar. Honestly, he hasn't really beat a lot of people. Riku, for me, he did have a close fight with me though. Honestly, he's gonna have to be in the D tier, probably just above Nokia, I would say. Yeah, I don't want to put him any further above these guys. He's above maybe Nokia in the D tier. Pergusha, let's do Pergusha. Current champ, lot of fights. Beat Helicopter, beat Elmaster, beat Redman, lost to Macedor in a close one, beat Redman and Exogorn, lost to Elmaster in a close one, beat Zom, lost to Elmaster, then he beat Elmaster, Zom, and Macedor again and Elmaster. That's a really good resume. He's above, for me, all the other SA guys. Yeah, I'm going to put him here. I'm actually going to put him here. I think Pragush is here, for sure. So C tier is kind of stacked, isn't it? Gaylor's top. I don't give. Gaylor's top D tier. Who is he? He's beat Austin. This is his only win. He's the top of D tier. You can cry about it. Okay, let's do Shushki. Crap, the fossil that is Shushki. We'll do Shushki now. Right, we'll do Shushki. Beat Spookies, beat Gaylor, lost to Hawk, lost to Flash, beat Glebka, Marky, Hawk, Austin, Shadell, 3 great wins there. Lost to Hawk, beat Faded, Tadpole Faded, let's be honest. Lost to Bailu, he forfeited. Kind of loses a bit of aura there, let's be honest. Lost to Pew, beat Riku and NLG. They lost to me in Praise. He's a former champ though. For me, he's A tier. Trying to decide whether he's above Benito or below him. He's probably above these guys, actually. Yeah, let's put him here. I think Bailu's got better wins than him, despite not being a champ. I think he deserves to be there. And next up we have, last but not least, the Birdman, as I used to call him, Hawk152. Well, let's look at his record. Alright, let's look at Big Hawk's record. Let's see his best wins. He's got Jadale, Connor, Shushki, Anis Yugi. He's got Jadale again. Lost to Shushki. Then he beat Jadale and Shushki. lost to Schnookums. Night tier fighter, he lost to Schnookums. And then he's lost to... Sorry, beat Austin, beat Balo, beat Schnookums, beat me, beat Fest. These are great wins there. He beat Balo. They lost to me and Balo. And he beat Pew, but he let Pew into that fight at the end. Beat Balo in a close one, and then he lost to me. Right? Hawk, and we hear this take, guys. Hawk is not a GOAT tier fighter. Oh, what are you saying, man? Of course he's a GOAT. He's not a GOAT tier fighter. When we talk about Hawk, when he was beating up Shadell and Shushki and fucking Tadpole Wee, like, we're talking like the DW2 Stone Age here. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about back when BBK was still raiding other settlements for resources. Hawk was fucking shit up when he was fucking rolling into the other settlement, fucking waving the BBK flag. We're talking literally millennia goes here. When the world was still black and white. It was still in black and white, like TV. That's when we're talking, like when Hawk was reigning. Hawk was an absolute killer back when BBK was still in the Coliseum, man. Bro. Hawk, when I started out, I was fucking struggling through a lot of fights. Hawk, near the end of his career, started going life and death with people he had already beat. And you kind of lose R when you make excuses for losing, because let's put it this way, right? Our second fight, I won the last second. Hawk was like, oh well, you kind of got lucky. You know, if I just ran that last 5 seconds, I win that fight easy. And then you come into the trilogy and lose even worse, and then put out a little statement saying, oh yeah, like, I wasn't really motivated for the fight, and like Wee's already lost motivation now after. But he made an bro. You told everyone you were gonna beat me easily. Because you knew, I was like, yeah, I'm going to beat you because I could have won the first time, but, you know, I just needed to run. And he lost even worse. Not to mention, the guy literally lost to Balo. Like, I've never lost to an A tier fighter in my career. Whereas, Hawk's lost to Schnookums. He's lost to Balo. He's lost to Shushki. Okay? And he's also got those couple of fights with NM he's lost. Well, not really with value, but those too much, though. Was a GOAT fighter, but we need to actually look at the context here. We can't just throw him in GOAT because he's beat Pew. He's a GOAT tier fighter. He beat Pew when Pew was still a tadpole, okay? Not the prime that he's just entered into. Not double champ Pew. Beltless Pew, really. Back when Pew's record was like 50-50 nearly. So, that's my hot take. You know, back when Hawk was still playing under the candlelight, you know, no electricity in his house, he was a good fighter, but I just don't think he scrapes in. I just think he just misses the GOAT category. That's my opinion. And the BBK guys might get at me for that, but I think, personally, I don't think he's a GOAT tier fighter. So that's the list. That is the definitive list. 38 fighters ranked. Hopefully Larry, you know what he says when we pull up the photo, he was like, what would it go like? Oh, if you lock me in a room with Hawk, I'm coming out pregnant. Yeah, listen, I don't think he's going to be happy, but that's my opinion. That's the list. There's maybe a few curveballs in there. Also, here's the title. This is on tier list maker for you guys. If you guys want to make your own tier list, this is public. So yeah, that's all. See ya.